folks. Hey there, what's your name?
Richard Thomas.
Hey, Richard, Danny was telling me that you're a long-time customer. Ready to tell me about that?
Yep, been coming to him ever since he opened up.
Is that right?
Yep, I have. And of course, Danny and my son played baseball against each other years ago. Yeah, growing up, knew the family, knew his dad. Good family.
So they're being, I guess they're like your family too, and they know what to do here, right?
Exactly right. They sure are.
So you've been, I'm sure, very pleased with all of your automotive repair from here?
Most definitely. That's why I recommend other people. And I've sent several customers from our church and from our brought vehicles over for people to get them repaired here because I knew they would do it and do it right.
Great. It's good to talk to you today.
Thank you.
I'm going to try to sneak around and talk to a few of the folks. You mind if I talk to you for just a second? Yeah. You did the blessing here today.
You did.
So what brought you here? Why did you decide to do that?
Actually, Danny called me and asked if I would come bless the business. I've been with him almost 20 years, so we go back a ways. And I had the privilege several Easters ago of baptizing Danny, so we've got a pretty good relationship going on.
Oh, that's awesome. And a customer, too, at that.
Absolutely. And I've sent him people, too, because I trust what he does so much, so been happy to send people to him.
Tell me that story that you told earlier so folks can hear that, because that's pretty amazing. Your first encounter with Dr. Automotive, right?
Right. So I came in not knowing a thing about cars, so I had to utterly trust him. And he called me up and said, well, it's one of two issues. The first issue may be about a $20 cost for parts. The second one could be as much as $200 for parts. So let's start with the first one, the $20. And I knew then I'd found an honest man. I'd sort of looking out the window seeing if pigs are flying because I didn't think I could ever find an honest mechanic, but it was amazing. And so we've trusted him ever since.
That's kind of hard to find in the automotive repair.
It is. And I think he's also a model for just small businesses everywhere. You know, you use integrity and honesty and people will be loyal to you.
Yeah, I see someone shaking her head yes behind us over here. So my wife, a customer too, I guess.
Yes, she is. In fact, we were here last week with our cars. So.
What would you like to say anything about Dr. Automotive here?
I just really appreciate Danny and his whole team. I always feel like I'm going to get great service and the right outcome. And Danny is just so forthcoming with everything. And Ray and I we're crazy about him. It's all about the doctor.
It's pretty high praise there. Thank you for sharing that. Of course, we're here at Dr. Automotive. They're celebrating their 20th anniversary today. 20 years and hopefully 20 more, as was said. Let's see if we can go talk to Councilman Short over here. Councilman, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm good. Some folks saw that you had some remarks from the city. Could you just share a few of those here for WGNS and so about Dr. Automotive?
Oh, absolutely. I've known Danny, as I said that before, since he and I played softball together back about 40 years ago, and you can't find a better man than Danny. And when they opened up, this was the natural place for me to go to, and I had some young drivers in the family and myself, and I kept him in business. And I think for the first maybe 10 years, and but you just don't find any better people, and we're blessed to have them. I'm certainly not surprised they've been in business for 20 years just because of the kind of people they are, the kind of work that they do. So
you were talking about small business, and it's the backbone of any community. This is just one of many here in Smyrna that really ground the community, I guess, really.
Yeah, absolutely. We're blessed to have a lot of small businesses and good people that to run them. And being in a town that, as long as we've been here, you know a lot of them, obviously, and you want them to succeed, and they seem to be thriving.
Well, you succeed when you do good work, right?
Absolutely, and integrity, doing it with honesty, and just be a kind person. And the guys, Danny and Randy, they fit that mold.
Appreciate you talking to us.
Thank you.
Yeah, and talking to folks here. That was Councilman Short from the Town Council, and see if I can sneak in on a conversation that Raquel Peebles is having. How are you? I just thought maybe you could share with the viewers and all about what you were saying about Dr. Automotive and small business here in Smyrna.
What I was saying was that Danny does a lot in our community, not just in relation to his business, but just being a good community leader. He works a lot with Smyrna High School. He helps a lot of the youth organizations. So he's very involved and invested, and I just think that that's great, not just for his business, but it just shows where his heart is.
And I was just talking to Councilman Short about, small businesses are the heart of any town, and this is one of them.
Yes, this is one of them, and yes, we love and try to support small businesses as much as we can. Even in our council meetings, we always say shop local, because we know that it makes a difference, not just for the people in the community, but for the economics of the community. So we are all about small business and shopping local and supporting and investing in our citizens and business owners.
And 20 years is a long time to do anything, so that's an accomplishment.
That is definitely an accomplishment. It's such a blessing to have him here, and I'm glad that his mindset is 20 more.
Well, great. I appreciate you sharing that with us.
Sure. Thank you.
It's Councilwoman Raquel Peebles here as well, and there are several others that are rolling around. And Laverne Vice Mayor, no. How are you?
I'm great, sir. And yourself?
I'm doing good from WGNS. Just thought maybe you could say hello to everybody and what brought you out here today.
Well, Danny and I have been friends for several years. Our sons played ball together at Smyrna. They were roommates in college. Danny does all the work on my vehicles, and I wanted to come out and show my support for him, and just a bunch of great people down here. And as he says, he gives back to the community. He's been a big supporter of mine, both personally and politically. So, I'm always going to come out and support him.
And if you've got vehicle repair needs, you're coming here first?
Myself, my two sons, I recommend family, friends, So everything comes right here. And that way, if anything goes awry, I know who I can blame. I don't have to guess who did it.
Well, Councilman Short was talking about, I guess the priest was talking about, $20 or $200 repair. That's a big difference.
I'll tell you what, Danny is spot on with that, because he'll call me and he will give me the ultimations of what to do. And then, as a friend, he'll suggest what I need to do, and of course I take it to heart, and I've never had an issue.
That's great. Well, I appreciate you talking to us a little bit.
I enjoy it. I listen to WGNS quite a bit, especially during football season, because, I can't make it to all the high school games around the county. And say, I love WGNS.
Well, thank you. Appreciate that. We're going to get really busy soon.
Yes, you are.
Appreciate that. Thank you. That's Laverne Vice Mayor No. And we were just talking with Richard a second ago, and if you're in Smyrna, you know the Nashes, right?
Hi.
How are y'all?
We know WGNS.
I know. So tell me a little bit about your knowledge and how you know Dr. Automotive.
Automotive became Dr. Automotive when he was a young guy, came into my dental office. He always said that scrubs and everything would work in his office and his business. So he actually got the idea of Dr. Automotive from Dr. Nash. So I think that's a good legacy to bring on.
Well, sure.
That story, but he did tell us that. He said, hey, that's a great idea.
So customers, I'm sure?
And I said one time, well, yeah, he should have probably been a mechanic, because he's probably spent more money, not here, but with other, But again, we spent a lot of money here also, but he's always been very good. I mean, and he tells you if he can do it, he recommends, and he's family. And Bill Bowe used to be my lifeguard, too, and I was teaching water aerobics. So
how about that?
We are really family.
At the Y?
He actually was at the town. Well, he's been a couple of places.
Gotcha.
Even at Laverne High School, I believe. He's a lifeguard. Look over there.
So you brought a few cars here, Dr. Nash, right?
We have everything from our children's cars to the car that we drive, and like everybody said, he does a good job. He lets you know what's going on and do it at a good price. So we have nothing but recommendations and all good stuff.
Well, appreciate you sharing that with us.
No problem.
And, okay.
You too. Yes. Yeah, Richard, tell him how he's got Mr. He's got, yeah.
He's got a mouthful. Why don't you tell me?
Well, he's just, he's doing a what is the fun? He needs to talk about this more because he's a graduate of Smyrna High School. But they're starting a new thing at the school.
Trying to raise money for uniforms, I believe, for the football team, and working really hard at that this season.
Smyrna Ready Mix has done a wonderful job helping out with that, with the ball field, and I mean it's really family.
Yeah, well, appreciate that, Trish Nash joining us, and that is going to about wrap up our little live stream here. I hope you enjoyed it, and we will have this up on the website and some information as well, WGNSradio.com. Dr. Automotive. Trish, you want to say one more thing? No? Here we go, Dr. Automotive, as we sign off here on this Facebook Live, and hope you'll come out and support this local business in the town of Smyrna.